The following broadcast is a presentation of the ND Sports Channel.
Kaylee Jackson, three-pointer up, and no, that one won't go in. Tana Lick pulls down the deep offensive board. She'll put up a three. That one's in, and we're tied.
And that one's hit high in the left center. Going back, and it is gone! It's a grand slam for Belle Lennard!
O'Pine can get a good pitch. She's 0 for 2. Fly out and ground out. And that's a good pitch going into deep left field. And O'Pine, it's gone over the scoreboard and everything. And it's a two-run shot. It's 6-5.
Jansen dropping back. He's going deep. Far sideline. He's got his man, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Fargo South Bruins. That is a 51-yard touchdown pass. It'll be Ethan Olson taking the kick. And he'll put it right on goal and right into the goal! Ethan Olson on a free kick. Kobe Johnson serve up and over. Vick sets it up. Bailey Nelson puts it down for point 22. That's 0-0 between North-South and the Jetsons. Taken away there by Carson Abrahamson. She has a breakaway. One-on-one hard. She scores! And it's 1-0 Minot Majets off the goal by Carson Abrahamson. The junior forward on the breakaway sends it over the left shoulder. Henningsgaard, he tries to cut through the lane. Outlet pass into the corner there for Heinitz. Back over to Henningsgaard, wide open for three. Got it and one! Wow! All right, welcome back as we get ready for the varsity game here between the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Central Cass Squirrels. Update that as you see it. There we go, 368. Got it right. almost said JV basketball there, but I got it off there right as it was about to scroll across the screen. Welcome back to the Hillsboro Event Center here in Hillsboro, North Dakota. As the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros warming up, you can see them on the right third of your screen. The Central Cass Squirrels, you can see a majority of them on the left third of your screen here as the table is shaking, and we're not exactly sure why. There's some people trying to sit down in the crowd there, and they're bumping the thing. So I'm going to hold this steady for a moment until they stop moving, and then we should be good to go. It looks like they have their seat now. So what you see there, that 63-63, disregard that. Let's hit this button right here and make it 0-0. Maybe. There you go, 0-0. If you're just joining us in the C game, it was Hillsboro Central Valley picking up a 61-45 win over the Squirrels. And in the JV game, after trailing in the first two quarters, Hillsboro Central Valley would take the lead back and end the third quarter leading 43-29. They would score 14 in that fourth quarter, take the 57-52 victory over the Squirrels. So the Burros 2-0 in our Saturday triple header, and this is game 3. And they will, as they look to complete the sweep. Let's go ahead and take a look here at what these two teams look like side by side. And the Central Cass Squirrels, they're 6-5 overall, 4-1 in Region 1 play, 3-2 at home, 2-2 in playing on the road. They come into this one losing one in a row. And they have scored 640. They've outscored their opponent 640 to 615. Which is an average of 58 points a game for the Squirrels and 56 points a game for the Squirrels' opponents. For the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, they come into this one at 11-1. Is that right? I think that's right. Let me double check that really quick here because something tells me that there's an error there. But maybe I did have it right. I know I looked at it earlier today, and I'm about 2 button clicks away. Yes, that is correct. Okay, 11-1. So they're 6-1 against Region 2, 5-1 at home, 6-0 on the road. They've come into this one winning 6 in a row. They've outscored their opponents 769 to 557 this year, and that's an average of 64 points a game for the Burros and 46 points a game for the Burros' opponents. So we'll see how those two averages shake out in this contest here. Let's take a look at what the Squirrels and Burros have done so far this season. Squirrels opened up the season with a 57-30 win over the Mayport CG Patriots back on December 8th. They'd follow that up with a 70-52 win over the Tri-State Tigers, and then they would fall to the Thompson Tommies 54-47 on December 13th. And then they would fall to another Region 2 opponent in overtime, 65-53, before bouncing back with a 63-47 win over the Oak Grove Grovers, which would happen to be their first Region 1 matchup of the year. Their second Region 1 matchup of the year. And then they would have New Rockford Cheyenne as part of the Hillsboro Holiday Hoops tournament, and they would follow the Rockets 82-62. And then they'd come back and defeat the Weimar Ridgewood Warbirds to kick off 2019 on a 3-point victory, 43-40. They would fall to the Carrington Cardinals on January 11th, 60-38, pick up a 76-62 win over the Linton, Hazelton, Moffett, Braddock Lions, and then a thriller over a really good Richland Colts team, 72-69 in overtime. The Squirrels would pick up the win in that one. And then they would fall to a very good Kindred team as well, 54-49. That brings them into today's matchup against the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, who opened up this season with a 59-44 win over a really good Kindred team. And then Hatton Northwood Thunder, they'd pick up a 63-30 win over those guys. Mayport CG, 70-47, 65-46 over Oak Grove, 57-56. 1-point victory over the Richland Colts on December 29th to wrap up 2018. They'd kick off 2019. Not on the brightest moments, but the good news, if you want to call it good news, is it did come against a really good team, the Thompson Tommies, as they would fall 43-36, and that'd be their only loss of the season so far. 79-47 over Larimore, 58-57 win over 4 wins. Minnewacan and Landon Reed would hit a triple on the end of that game to give the Burros a victory, as they just reminded the Indians of what happened to them a couple years ago. And then 68-32 win over the Griggs County Central Cougars, and a 62-58 win over the Cavalier Tornadoes. That was a game we had for you here on the ND Sports Channel. If you missed that game or you want to see it again, go to Game Rewind on our website, ndsportschannel.com. Click on boys basketball. Scroll down a little bit there. You'll see both the junior varsity and the varsity game between the Burros and Tornadoes available. That was a game where the Tornadoes had the lead in the first half, and the Burros would come back and end up getting the victory in that one, and a game where the Burros actually kind of struggled in the first half of that game against the Tornadoes. After that Tornado game, they would go on to take on the Northern Cass Jaguars, defeat them by 30, 74-44. On that same night, the Cavalier Tornadoes would lose their second game of the year. So the Burros handed the Tornadoes their first loss of the year, as the Tornadoes were 9-0 heading into that game on January 17th. They'd fall to 9-1. Then the very next night, Cavalier, I think they lost to Grafton that next night, to fall to 9-2 on the year at that point in the season. Continuing on, after the Northern Cass game, they would the Burros would pick up a Midway Minto Mustang victory, 78-53, bringing them into today's game against the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll have that January 31st game against Ada Borup on the ND Sports Channel, and then scrolling down a little bit more, we'll have the game against Thompson up in Thompson, and then we'll have the North Border Eagles game here at home. So we'll have 3 more boys games and at least 1 more girls game here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Let's see here. We'll go to our camera now as the Squirrels are on the floor warming up. Hillsboro's out in the locker room right now. And we are about 4 minutes away from the start of the opening tip-off, the announcements and all that good stuff, national anthem. So we'll take a short time out, get a breather and a beverage drink in, and then we'll be right back here in a couple minutes on the ND Sports Channel with your opening announcements. The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com, as well as on our YouTube channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back here to the Hillsboro Events Center as we are about 30 seconds away from the opening announcements here, the national anthem, and your starting lineups. That's all on the horizon here on your pregame show. Hillsboro in starting lineup formation, Central Cass in national anthem formation, or at least it appears to be that way at the moment. Here's your PA announcer.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Hillsboro Event Center for today's boys basketball game featuring the Central Cass Squirrels and your home team, the Hillsboro Central Valley Girls. This game is being played according to the rules of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Players and coaches are asked to be positive role models on the floor. Spectators are asked to cheer for your team and not against the opponent. Officials for tonight's game are Jordan Rowe, Doug Renfold, and Adam Grant. These individuals are registered by the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. Please remember to treat them with respect. Now let's meet the starting lineup. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Central Cass Squirrels. A 6'2" junior, number 10, Zach Cates. A 5'8" sophomore, number 12, Max Coverbank. 6'4" junior, number 22, Christian Leach. A 6'4" senior, number 30, Jonah Leach. And a 6'3" sophomore, number 40, Josh Dixon. The Squirrels are coached by Matt Norman, assisted by Bill Rutt, Brent Nelson, and Harrison Cates. Now for your home team, the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. The 6'3" and senior, number 0, Jacob Heinen. The 6'5" and junior, number 1, Patrick Limke. The 6'2" and junior, number 3, Carson Henningsgaard. The 6' senior, number 24, Travis Golden. And 6'1" and junior, number 40, Landon Reed. The girls are coached by Elliot Russell, assisted by Jeremy Brent and Chris Eckert. Now would you all please stand if you are able. Please remove any headwear and honor the flag and national anthem of our country as Laura Aldrich sings our national anthem. Thank you, Laura. Again, tonight's game is being broadcast over KMAB in Mayville and also over the North Dakota Sports Channel. So again, thank you to North Dakota Sports Channel and the KMAB for being here tonight.
All right, there's your starting lineups one more time, just so you can get familiar with them. Zach Cates, Max Combervig, Christian Leeds, Jonah Leeds, and Josh Dixon. Christian and Jonah are brothers, in case you're curious. Head coach Matt Norman for Hillsboro Central Valley. Heinen, Slimke, Henningsgaard, Doden, and Reed. Head coach Elliot Rotvold, and we're underway here with the first quarter of play from the Hillsboro Event Center. We'll make a slight adjustment here on our camera. 0-0 with the ball right now is Combervig. Combervig will give it up to Leeds. Leeds looks inside and over reach in foul. I believe it's going to be on Travis Doden. They'll stop the clock with 7:31 to go here in the first quarter of play. Still scoreless. Will indeed be on Travis Doden. Reach foul is team foul number 1. Baseline inbounds pass comes into the hands of, I can't see whoever that was who went into the crowd, but it'll be taken away. That'll go into the books as a turnover here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Carson Henningsgaard to the hoop, can't get it to go. Rebounds grabbed in the air there by Jonah Leeds, the 6'4" senior. He'll put it up into the hands there of, that was Combervig. Combervig pushes into the corner for Christian Leitz. Christian Leitz dribbles up, gets it out to Jonah Leitz, out the front of the rim on the 3. Offensive rebound there by Zach Cates. That one will drop in, and Zach Cates will get the first bucket of the game here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Back the other way now comes Landon Reed and company, gives it to Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard has that pass tip, ends up in the hands of, I believe that is Heinitz, and it was. Henningsgaard will pick it up high on the far side there, and now he hand it off to Limke up top. Back over to Doden on the far wing. Doden looking, needs to get rid of it quickly, puts the ball to the floor, puts it back into the hands of Limke. Limke, bounce pass into the paint, ball gets popped up into the air, comes out to Henningsgaard in the corner. Shot is up at the shot clock buzzer, and it hits the rim, and an offensive rebound by Landon Reed. So Burroughs will get a new shot clock. Once again, it's 2-0, not 1-0. If I say the score and it doesn't reflect what's on the screen, what I say is correct. Henningsgaard in between the circles, works it near wing now here for Heinitz. Heinitz drives down, floater from the mid-block, up and in. And a steal, and a three-pointer's up, and a three-pointer's in. Patrick Limke. 5-2 now, 5:48 counting to go, first quarter of play. Bring it over the timelines, Cobberbig over to Cates. Now back up top into the hands of Dixon, near side for Cobberbig. Cobberbig wanted to drive baseline, comes back out into the near wing. Puts it up top there for Jonah Leitz. Leitz over to Christian Leitz. Christian Leitz at the top of the key, picks up his dribble, ball above his head, being guarded there by Landon Reed. Leitz will give it up into the hands of Dixon. Dixon, spin move, up, and it won't go in. Offensive rebound, up and in. Jonah Leitz with the bucket. The Squirrels are within 1, excuse me, 5-4. Three-pointer up. Off their back rim, won't go. Defensive board pulled down by Christian Leitz. Back the other way now come the Squirrels. 5:02 and counting to go here. First quarter of play. Squirrels in a little bit of trouble. Ball was nearly poked away. Now they'll find Jonah Leitz down low, and he puts it up and in. Jonah Leitz with 4 of the Squirrels' 6 points. The other one's coming from Zach Cates. Limke hands it off there to, can't see who that is. That is Heinitz. That'll be over back. Landon Reed doesn't agree with the call. Turnover in Hillsboro Central Valley.
Number 31, Colton Anderson into the Borough.
Girls hockey score after 1 period of play. Fargo North South 1-0 over the Bismarck Blizzard. They put on their Twitter page earlier today that it's the revenge tour. They've had trouble with Bismarck the last couple of hockey seasons, so they're looking to get a win there today. We'll keep you updated on that game as well as any other games that come our way here today. That 3 from the corner out of the hands of Zach Cates is a little bit short. Landon Reed will pull down the off defensive board. Back the other way, it's up and in. 7-6, as I believe it was Limke who got the basket there.
Well, the three starts Henningsgaard, his first, team second. Christian Leitz shoots 2.
No, it was not. It was Colton Anderson who put in the bucket. I just looked at the replay on our live feed, which is about a 30-second delay. Free throws up and in.
1 free throw for Christian Leitz.
We're tied at 7 as a result. Heinitz with a long 2 out the front of the rim, won't go. Defensive rebound pulled down by Christian Leitz. Leitz will give it up into the hands of Cobberbig as he'll bring it over the timeline with 3:52 to go here in the first quarter of play. Squirrels will work it around the perimeter, up top, now into the corner. Cobberbig for 3, bounces off the backside of the rim, then swatted out of bounds, last touch by the Squirrels. It'll go back to Hillsboro Central Valley, and that'll go into the books as turnover number 2 for Central Cass. They'll stop the clock with 3:43, all knotted up at 7 apiece here between the Squirrels and the Burros. As the inbounds pass comes into Carson Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard will bring it up over the timeline, put it into the hands of Landon Reed here on the near wing. Reed will dribble into the free throw line, now into the paint, down the far side of the lane, and I thought for a moment that was a clean block by Josh Dixon, but they're going to call a foul on Dixon. That'll be his first and the team's first. So the Burros with 2 team fouls and the Squirrels with 1 team foul. I'm gonna clean up some, looks like some popcorn may have moved out onto the floor here, and they're gonna get that off of the, behind the baseline there. Squirrels will talk things over here really quick, and once again, we're at 3:33 to go here in the first quarter of play. We're knotted up at 7 apiece. And the first trip to the free throw line today here for Hillsboro Central Valley comes from the hands of Landon Reed, and he's 1 for 1. 8-7.
Number 32, Owen Larry, into the Squirrels.
Second free throw's up and in as well. 2 for 2 for Landon Reed. He has 2 points in the game now. Christian Leeds with the basketball over the timeline, hands it off. I think that's Coppervig. And it was. Back over to Leeds, being guarded by Landon Reed. Leeds up top there for, that is Josh Dixon. Dixon back over to Coppervig at the high post. He'll put it out to Jonah Leeds here on the near wing, up top to Christian Leeds. Christian Leeds will get the screen from Jonah Leeds, but nothing develops from that opportunity there. Now they'll pass it over to Dixon, far side. 5 to shoot on the shot clock. They'll look down into the paint. Check that. 3-pointer up out of the hands of Owen Wari into the lineup. He'll miss that. That'll avoid the shot clock buzzer, and then a loose ball out of bounds goes back to Central Cavs. Hillsboro Central Valley with turnover number 2. 9-7 with 2:52 to go here in the first quarter of play. Inbounds pass for the Squirrels from the baseline on the far side of the hoop. High one into the top of the key there for Coppervig. Swings it near side now for Wari. Wari looks inside. Down low for Josh Dixon. And one off the offensive rebound. He will get the bucket and go to the free throw line. And the Squirrels have now tied it at 9-9 and have a chance to take the lead here on this free throw.
His first team 30. One free throw for Josh Dixon.
That'll be the second one on Josh Dixon, second team foul on the Squirrels. We'll put Landon Reed back at the free throw line, and he's 3 for 3. And we're tied at 10.
Two free throws for Landon Reed.
$11-10 now as Hillsboro Central Valley retakes the lead. Henningsgaard. Long 3 is up. Missed everything out of bounds. That'll go into the books as a turnover. 2:26 to go here in the first quarter of play. Last lead change happened at the score of 11-10. With 2:40 to go here in the first. I would suspect we'll have maybe a couple more lead changes. Not 100% sure yet. It all depends on who makes the next shot. That one will bounce off into the hands of Patrick Limpke on the defensive board. Limpke coast to coast to the other end, a little too strong off the glass. Loose ball out of bounds. It stays with the Burros. 1:59 to go here, first quarter of play, 11-10 in favor of Hillsboro Central Valley. Henningsgaard around the wing, down the paint, a little too strong off the glass. The ball's tipped back out to Landon Reed, over to Henningsgaard, wide open for three. No, that one will not go in. Rebound underneath there by, I believe that was Colton Anderson. He couldn't get that one to go in, and it was Colton Anderson. And now the ball will go out of bounds and back to the Squirrels. That's another turnover for Hillsboro Central Valley. 4 for the Burros, 3 for the Squirrels, according to my numbers. 11-10, a minute 37 to go here in the first quarter of play. Jonah Leitz up top to Christian Leitz. Christian Leitz near side now for Owen Worry. Worry over to Christian Leitz. Christian Leitz inside for Jonah Leitz. Leitz at the low block out top. Worry for 3. Got it! That was Wes Cates, excuse me. And it's 13-11. Rebound comes down to Henningsgaard. Pivoting around on the low block, finds his way to the hoop. Can't get the bucket to go in, but he will go to the free throw line.
Well, 32, Owen Berry is first, he's third. Carson Henningsgaard is 2. Number 11, Oscar Benson for the Burros.
Henningsgaard misses the free throw. It's the first miss of the game for the Burros from the free throw line. And that's usually his theme. He'll miss the first 1 or 2, and then he'll be perfect the rest of the game. At least that's what I've noticed in the games we've covered for the Burros so far this year. 52 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. It's a 1-point basketball game. Stolen away, Oscar Benson, one-on-one, lays it in. No, he will not lay it in off the glass. He missed it. Benson will chase it down. Top of the key, 3, in! Sam Preston gives the lead back to Hillsboro Central Valley. That shot up and in won't go. Preston pulls down the defensive board. Gives it to Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard drives to the hoop. Clean block out of bounds by Jonah Leitz. That'll stop the clock with 8.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. 14-13, a 1-point game in favor of the Burros as that one's tipped out of bounds into the Squirrel bench by Jonah Leitz. Inbounds pass, finds its way into the hands of Sam Preston, back over to Carson Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard at the free throw line, kicks it out, floats it on the baseline, can't get it to go at the buzzer, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros leading the Central Cass Squirrels 14-13. We're back in a few moments here with the second quarter of play from the Hillsboro Event Center. This is high school basketball on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter, Landon Reed for 3 off the back iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to the Squirrels. Squirrels quickly back the other way. Christian Leeds along the baseline, has the ball tipped by Oscar Benson. Will stay with Central Cass. Inbounds pass finds its way into the hands of Cobbervig. Cobbervig swings it back out there to Zach Cates. Zach Cates back to Cobbervig, up top to Christian Leeds. Leeds will back up in between the circles, shift the ball direction over to the right side of the wing, where the ball remains. Cobbervig trying to move in, but can't find any way to penetrate the defense, and they won't need to, as Devin Klingbeil gets the triple. 16-14, the lead goes back to Central Cass. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lead changes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lead changes and 5 ties in the first quarter. We've had 1 lead change so far in the second quarter, and now a tie. Free throw in and out won't go. Rebound comes down to Christian Leeds. That's his 3rd defensive board. At last check, 9:18 left in the second period. Fargo North South leads Bismarck at girls hockey 2-0. Hannah Dorsey with the most recent goal. Actually, I think she has both goals, if memory serves me correctly. Back to action here. We're tied at 16 until now by the bucket by Devin Klingbeil, who's 5 now. And we're tied again, as Henningsgaard will put in the bucket. Tied at 18. Henningsgaard with 3 points now, according to my numbers. They'll work the ball up top. That's Wes Cates. Cates over to Christian Leeds. Christian Leeds up top there for Zach Cates. Now the far corner, that's Christian Leeds again. Or no, Wes Cates, excuse me. Wes Cates spinning in the lane, and he gets the bucket to go in.
On the one, Patrick Linsky is first, team 4th. Wes Cates is shooting 1.
Wes Cates with 5 now, with a chance to make it 6 and give the Squirrels a 3-point lead. He will miss that one. Cates misses the free throw. Back the other way. Losing the ball is Limke. Squirrels with another 3. No, that one will not bounce in, but an offensive rebound. Devin Klingbeil came in the second quarter out the bench, and he's done most of the damage here for the Squirrels so far in the second quarter of play. They lead by 2, 20-18. Looking to change that, but it won't go. Limke will pull down the defensive rebound. He'll give it to Henningsgaard, brings it over the timeline, flips it up into the hands of Hugo Zimmerman at the top of the key, or top of the free throw line, I should say. Shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Cobbervig, and check that. Number 42 is Sam Preston. I was looking at the wrong roster there. Up top now, near wing into the hands of Christian Leeds. Leeds will dribble around Oscar Benson into the paint, put it up, and it will roll around and fall out. Last touch by the Burros. He'll stay with Central Cass. And we have a timeout on the floor. 20-18 with 4:48 to go. It's a 30-second timeout, back in 30.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Triggering the inbounds pass will be Jonah Leeds. Squirrels lead 20-18 with 4:48 to go here in the second quarter of play. Christian leads now, and that ball will be poked out of bounds by Carson Henningsgaard as the pass was intended for the 5'10 junior Owen Wari. Leeds, Jonah Leeds will trigger the inbounds pass. It'll come into the near corner here. Back to Leeds. Back into the corner. I believe that's Christian Leeds. No, that was Devin Klingbeil, excuse me. No good. Henningsgaard with the defensive board. Have Henningsgaard down for 5 rebounds already. 3 defensive, 2 offensive. And will that'll be a defensive foul on the Squirrels.
Ball number 32, Owen Larry, his second. Team fifth. Take a minus to shoot 2.
Free throw will be missed. Second free throw from Heinitz is also not in. But an offensive rebound by Limke. Henningsgaard for 3, that one won't go. Rebound underneath by Heinitz. He gets it up and in.
Ball 32, Owen Larry, his third, team 6.
That's not
From
good.
12, Max Cotterly back in for the Squirrels.
We are now in our 8th tie of the game at 20-20. Of course, 0-0 doesn't count, otherwise it'd be 9 ties. Sam Preston here on the near wing, being guarded by Jonah Leeds, gets it over to Heinitz. Heinitz back to Preston. Preston over to Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard tries to drive into the paint, and basket won't count. Foul on Central Cass, and it will be a non-shooting foul.
Ball number 12, Max Cotterly, his first, team 7. Carson Henningsgaard is shooting 4.
Henningsgaard makes the first, he'll get a second. Henningsgaard now 2 for 2 in his last 2 attempts. He's 2 of 3 overall, and he gives Hillsboro Central Valley the lead back.
Two free throws for Carson Henningsgaard.
Bounce pass into the corner, baseline jumper is up, won't go. Landon Reed pulls down the defensive board here for the Burros. Henningsgaard with the basketball now. From the left wing, drives into the paint, travel. Yep, that's the call. Turnover number 5 for Hillsboro Central Valley. You don't see that happen too frequently with Carson Henningsgaard. Ball goes into the hands of Zach Cates. He lets the defender go up in the air. Henningsgaard, check that, Patrick Limke offers to help him back up. Landon Reed with the basketball, feeds it down low, off the glass and in. Sam Preston with 5 points now. And the Hillsboro Central Valley lead is at 4. Until, well, that one didn't go in, but he will go to the line to shoot 3. That's Devin Klingbeil, the 6-foot senior.
Devin Klingbeil shoots 3.
Last foul one on Jacob Heinitz. That's his first. Team foul number 5. First one from Klingbeil is in and out, won't go. He gets to shoot 2 more as he was fouled in the act of shooting a 3-pointer. And he makes that one.
Number 24, Wes Pink, back into the swirl.
And he makes the second one. That pulls the Squirrels within 2. Last lead change came at the 3:27 mark of the second quarter. That one's up and in. Hillsboro Central Valley has not given up the lead since then. We're at the 2:49 mark. Henningsgaard will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline on the far side of the hoop. He'll come into Limke. Limke fakes left, drives baseline to the right, feeds it in the middle of the lane there for Heinitz. He gets it up and in, and the lead goes back to 4 for Hillsboro Central Valley as they lead 26-22, but quickly the other way comes the Central Cat Squirrels. Combervig with the basketball, kicks it out for 3. No, that'll be out of bounds as it hits the top of the backboard. Put it into the books as turnover number 4 here for Central Cats. Henningsgaard being pressured in the backcourt there. And he'll pick up his dribble, get it to Landon Reed over the timeline, who gets it to Limke. Limke into the corner, Preston for 3, got it! 29-22. Thought about pulling the trigger on the 3, caught the defender up in the air, and then did not pull the trigger on the second opportunity. Instead, they'll work it around into the hands of Combervig. Combervig backs up in between the circles, pushes it back into the hands of Zach Cates. Zach Cates throws it up top to Christian Leitz. Leitz will dribble over, double team, bounce pass now into the corner, catch and shoot 3. Wes Cates won't go. Loose ball. Ouch, that one had to hurt as he's a back up out of the crowd. And I think we have a foul. I was looking to the left when that whistle blew, and I think it's a foul on Central Cass. It might, if it is on who I think it is, it's on Zach Cates.
Zach Cates, his first team 8.
It's already the 8th team foul here for Central Cass. Only 5 so far for Hillsboro Central Valley. That'll put Limke at the free throw line. He has to be his first trip to the free throw line in this game. It's up and in. 30-22, and now the Burros are starting to pull away with this one slowly but surely. But don't count the Squirrels out yet. Lots of happening. 9 points, the biggest lead of the game for either team. (31-22). Squirrels get it over the timeline into the hands of Combervig here on the near wing. Minute 20 to play before halftime. 3 is up. 3 is in, out of the hands of Christian Leitz. 31-25. Back the other way, now come the Burros. It's Heinitz with the basketball. He'll dribble down the near side of the lane. The ball stripped away and taken away by Devin Klingbeil. He'll get credit for the steal. Turnover number 6 for the Burros. Squirrels have it again, teeing it up for 3. Better believe it, it's in. Christian Leitz with back-to-back triples. And that 9-point lead has now evaporated down to a 3-point lead, 31-28. 45 seconds to go. With the basketball is Anderson. Anderson over to Landon Reed, over to Preston, catch and shoot three. A little too much on that one, missed everything. And the ball will end up in the hands of Copperbig. Copperbig throws it up for Leitz. Leitz quickly across the paint, up off the glass and in, Devin Klingbeil. And the Squirrels are within one with 20 seconds to go. Some impressive basketball here in the last 60 seconds from the Central Cass Squirrels. Henningsgaard high on the near side here. 6 on the game clock. Up top, 4-3 at the buzzer, won't go. And that shot is a little bit off the mark, and that will bring us to halftime. Hillsboro Central Valley 30, Central Cass, or check that, 31, Central Cass 30. We'll break for halftime, add up some numbers, and come back with your halftime show after this on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com. The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com, as well as on our YouTube channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search at ND Scores and get the same scores on your mobile device every night. In our first year on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you 282 games, and 247 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 247 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage had it not been for our sponsors supporting high school sports on the ND Sports Channel. If you are interested in joining our varsity sponsor team, please contact us by email or by phone. Our email is ndsportschannel@gmail.com, and our phone number is 404-9072. With your support, we can do even more high school sports in the future. Plus, you'll be putting your products and business in front of an average of 222 viewers and listeners per game. Let's team up. The ND Sports Channel is a proud supporter and broadcast partner with North Dakota Softball All-Stars. The games and skills competition for the 3rd annual Shields ND Softball All-Stars Series are scheduled for June 3rd and 4th, 2019, and it'll all be live on the ND Sports Channel. Let's team up and help ND Softball All-Stars make the program the best it can be for the final high school softball game for the top seniors in the state of North Dakota. Send your donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109, or you can also donate on the ND Softball All-Stars Facebook page. For more information on ND Softball All-Stars, check out the website, ndsoftballallstars.com. Let's team up to support a great program for a great sport in the great state of North Dakota. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online.
All right, welcome back. We're at halftime here. And the Burros lead the Squirrels by 1, 31-30. In that first half, we had a total of 8 ties and 10 lead changes. 6 of the lead changes by Central Cass, the other 4 by Hillsboro Central Valley. The last lead change coming at the 3:27 mark of the second quarter of play, when Hillsboro Central Valley would make the score 22-20. And since that point, they have not given up the lead yet. But after getting up by, I think it was either 9 or 11 points, the Squirrels were able to creep their way back into it, hitting a total of 3 3-pointers in mid to late part of that second quarter to pull them back within striking distance of the Burros. Leading the way right now for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, Henningsgaard and Sam Preston both have 7 according to my numbers. 6 for Jacob Heinitz, 5 for Patrick Lemke, 4 for Landon Reed, and 2 for Colton Anderson for a team total of 31. The Burros scored 14 in that first quarter, and they scored 17 in the second quarter to give them a first half total of 31. While Central Cass scored 13 in the first quarter and 17 in the second quarter to give them a second half total of 30. So if you take away the first quarter, we're tied at 17 apiece here between the Squirrels and the Burros. But right now, as it stands, it's a 1-point lead, 31-30 in favor of the Burros. Free throws in the first quarter, 5 of 6 as we get ready to start the third quarter now. Burros, 5 of 6 in the first quarter for 83%, 4 of 6 in the second quarter for 67%, to put them at 9 of 12 or 75% overall. In the first half. Squirrels were 66, 2 of 3 in the first, 50%, 2 of 4 in the second, and overall 4 of 7 or 57% from the free throw line. Squirrels have the ball and a chance to maybe take the lead back, but it's tipped away by Landon Reed. That'll go into the books as a turnover. That's one thing I forgot to add up. 5 turnovers for Central Cass, as Landon Reed gets the bucket and extends the lead by 2 more to 33-30. Landon Reed scoring first. He has 6 points now and is your second leading scorer, along with Jacob Heinitz, who has 6. Right behind Henningsgaard and Preston with 7. Central Cass wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. Back in 30 seconds.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, 33-30, 6:57 to go here, third quarter of play. Only bucket scored so far in the second half has been by Landon Reed, right before that timeout. Now Kopervik will have the ball, 5 to shoot on the shot clock. Leeds puts it in the corner, now they work it down low, and the ball is stripped away. A steal by Jacob Heinitz. And now both teams have a total of 8 turnovers now with that steal by Heinitz. Feed down low to Landon Reed. He gets it up and in. Still enjoying the game from Jolly Harbor. She texted us saying where she was at. Yeah, I believe that was in the JV game, if I remember correctly, as Josh Dixon gets the bucket there. That bucket by Dixon gives him 5 on the game so far. Reed tried to hand it off to Henningsgaard as he was cutting into the lane, lost the ball. He'll settle for the high post jumper. That one won't go. Jonah Leeds pulls down the defensive board. Back the other way come the Squirrels. They trail by 3, 35-32, 5:55 to go here, third quarter of play. Nice move by Christian Leeds. And with that bucket, he now ties Devin Klingbeil with the leading scorer honors with 9. It's a 1-point basketball game, 35-34. Landon Reed will change that. Landon Reed has 6 points here in the second half. 37-34. That pass was tipped out of bounds. He'll stay with the Squirrels.
Number 31, Colton Anderson, back into the girls.
Inbounds pass comes into the hands there. Josh Dixon.
Pass by Josh Dixon.
And he will get the bucket and pull the Squirrels back within 1. It's been a good game here since the start. At one point, Hillsboro Central Valley had a 9-point lead. I think that they reached 11 at one point, actually. And well, that's the highest that they've had. Landon Reed picks up his dribble. Did he get travel, or was there a foul? There was a foul away from the action. We'll find out who that foul gets charged to. It'll be the first one, our second one.
Number 12, Matt Cotterley, his second team first.
First team foul the second half, the second from Cobbervig, as Cobbervig will come up with the steal. And Cobbervig will come up with the bucket. Cobbervig gives the lead back to Central Cass, 38-37, with 4:45 to go in the third. And now Klingbeil gives the, or 39-38. Now the Burros get the lead back, and now the Squirrels get the lead back. So the lead changes continue. (40-39), and a steal by Henningsgaard. He'll come back the other way and lay it in. Henningsgaard with 9, and Hillsboro Central Valley has the lead. 41-40. Looks like Oscar Benson will check in for the Burros here at the next break in action. 3-pointer up out of the hands of Limke. That one will not go in. Launches the pass down the court. Caught by Christian Leeds. Travel. At last check, Fargo North South and Bismarck Blizzard and girls hockey were tied at 2-2 with 16-16 left in the third period. Last time those two teams played, the game went to overtime and a shootout. Right now it's tied early in the third. Oscar Benson, high post jumper, won't go in. Rebounded Jonah Leeds. He flings it down court where Oscar Benson tried to take it away, but he'll end up going out of bounds and now stay with Central Cass. Burroughs hanging on to a 1-point lead here, 41-40.
So, 32-year-old wearing his fourth team second.
So we have a timeout on the floor, so let's go ahead and take a look at these numbers. Jacob Heinitz for the Burros, 6. Patrick Lemke with 7. Carson Henningsgaard with 9. Colton Anderson with 2. Landon Reed with 10. And Sam Preston with 7. Landon Reed leading the way right now with 10 points for Hillsboro Central Valley. For the Central Cass Squirrels, according to my numbers, Zach Cates with 2. Max Cobbervig with 2. Devin Klingbeil with 9. Christian Leeds with 9. Wes Cates with 5. Jonah Leeds with 4. Josh Dixon with 9. So Dixon, Christian Leeds, and Klingbeil all with 9 points apiece for the Central Cass Squirrels. 3:22 to go here, third quarter of play. The Burros lead is 41-40. 8 ties, 10 lead changes in the first half. We can bump that up to 13 lead changes now. 7 for the Squirrels and 6 for the Burros on those 13 lead changes. 41-40, 1 point lead for the Burros, and Carson Henningsgaard will have the ball as he brings it over the timeline for Hillsboro Central Valley. Feeds into the hands of Preston. Back to Henningsgaard. He'll drive in, try and make a move around the defender. Can't get the basket to go, gets the offensive board and puts it up and in. Henningsgaard with 11 now, and the lead goes up to 3, 43-40. 2:57 to go here, third quarter of play.
Calling 31, Colton Anderson, his second and first. And 24, West Kate. Back in the throw.
Wes Cates with the basketball now, feeds it near wing now to Christian Leitz. Leitz, there's a foul. And that'll stop the clock with 2:46 to go. Once again, a 3-point lead here for the Burros. Oscar Benson picks up his first personal foul, team second of the second half. Both teams have 2 in the second half now. That one will drop in. That's Jonah Leitz with the triple from the corner. Jonah Leitz has 7 on the night, and we're tied. Tied at 43. Shot is up and in. Oscar Benson gives the lead back to Hillsboro Central Valley. Long 3 from Leitz. That's a little short. Missed everything. Limke will grab the rebound. Limke with 5 defensive rebounds. Back the other way. Preston puts it up and in. (47-43).
Ball number 31, Colton Anderson, his third, team third. And Reed back into the row.
Inbounds pass finds its way into the hands of Leitz. Leitz up top to Wes Cates. Back to Leitz in the corner. Feeds Jonah Leitz down low. Leitz backing up on Landon Reed. Turns around. Shot up won't go. Lead will get charged with the foul.
Ball number 40, Landon Reed, his first, team fourth.
14th foul for the Burros. Landon Reed, the guilty party for the first time tonight. Boys hockey score, Bismarck defeats Williston 4-0. Girls hockey score, Fargo Davies defeats Minot 7-0. Jonah Leitz at the free throw line. That's it. 47-44, back to a 3-point game. Henningsgaard up top now. I think that's Limke, and it was. Over to Oscar Benson in the corner. Benson, fade away at the high post. In! Oscar Benson makes it a 5-point game. The lead changed at the 2:47 mark here of the third quarter. At that point, it was 45-43, breaking the 43-43 tie. Since then, the Burros have gone on a 4-1 run. Team foul number 5 now on the Burros. It's the 4th personal on Colton Anderson. 49-45. Josh Dixon, 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the game, including that free throw. Second free throw, up and in. It's back to a 3-point game now.
Number 34, Brady Robinson into the score.
Henningsgaard brings over the timeline. 118, his team leading by 3. That matches his jersey number. He picks up his dribble, gets it to Limke. Limke up top, pulls up. I think his foot was on the line. Didn't matter, didn't go in. Rebound comes down to Coppervig. Kobervig quickly up court into the corner there. Can't see who that is, but he feeds it down low there to Josh Dixon. It's back to a 1-point game with under a minute to go here in the third. Henningsgaard, no shot, and there'll be a defensive foul on the Squirrels. I believe it's on Kobervig, and if it is, that should be his third.
Kobervig, his third, team third.
And it is indeed his third. Inbounds pass triggered by Carson Henningsgaard. That is, I believe that is Travis Doden, and it was. He'll get it up top there into the hands of Limke. Limke back to Landon Reed. Reed looking for Limke down low. Limke trying to get around to some defenders, and there'll be a foul called on Central Cass. Team foul number 4. We'll see who it goes on, as I didn't quite catch it.
Foul number 34, Brady Robinson. His first.
Brady Robinson picks up the foul there. That's his first. Limke can't get it to go. Squirrels pull down the rebound. They could take the lead here if they can get a basket. Kobervig with the basketball high on the far side, right in front of the timeline. 2 Borough substitutions pending on the next break in action here. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. The shot clock is off. Squirrels can hold for the final shot of the quarter if that's what they choose to do. Kobervig nearly lost it. Now he'll pick it up, hand it off there to Christian Leitz. Leitz right in front of the timeline. 8 seconds to go. Third quarter of play. Leitz up top there. Klingbeil into the lane. Off the glass, and it will just sit there on the rim, and the buzzer goes off, and how about that? Talk about, I don't even know if that's a, what word to use there. An unfriendly roll, I guess is what you could say. That's, that will go into the, I don't know if you want to call that a highlight reel, but that will definitely be clipped, as that could be a deciding factor in the game. Imagine if that was at the buzzer of the fourth quarter. We'll speculate on that at the end of the game here. We'll keep it right here during the quarter break. 49-48. It's been a 1-point game at the end of the first quarter, a 1-point game at the end of the second quarter, and now it's a 1-point game at the end of the third quarter. Hillsboro scoring 18. Central Cass scoring 18. You take the first quarter away and we're tied at 35. Through 3 quarters of play, Josh Dixon leads the way for the Squirrels with 12. And Carson Henningsgaard leads the way with 11 for Hillsboro Central Valley. Through 3 quarters of play. 49-48. Landon Reed up top now, Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard tried to get his defender to go up into the air, kicks it out, long 2 is up, won't go. Rebound comes down to the Squirrels. Hillsboro Central Valley took the lead at the 2:47 mark of the third quarter. They haven't given it up yet, but they're at risk of losing that lead right here if Central Cass can get a bucket in. Driving baseline, blocked by Oscar Benson. Back the other way, that was Preston, and he won't get it to go in, and the ball goes out of bounds and stays with Hillsboro Central Valley. They'll stop the clock with 7:19 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Henningsgaard will get tripped up there as he drives into the lane. And we'll have another foul here on Central Cass.
For 14, Devin Klingbeil, his first team shift. Josh Dixon back into the Squirrels.
Squirrels were 3 for 3 from the free throw line in that third quarter. Burroughs didn't have any free throw attempts. Henningsgaard has 14 with that triple now. 52-48. You got a good one on your hands here. As I said in the JV game, if you put the two teams side by side on paper, it doesn't look very good. But I said I suspect this one would be a good one, and so far it's been just that. Henningsgaard with 16 now, according to my numbers. That's Cobbervig down to the near corner, being guarded by, I think that's Limke. No, check that, it was Heinitz. Cobbervig, long two, it'll rattle in. Cobbervig with 4 now, 54-50. 6:15 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Henningsgaard is on a roll here in the fourth quarter. He scored all 7 of the Borough points here in the fourth quarter. As a result, it's 56-50. And Oscar Benson gets it to Henningsgaard as he was falling out of bounds. Henningsgaard can't get the hoop to go, no foul, and Henningsgaard is face down on the ground, but he will get up. I think maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Those last 2 baskets by Carson Henningsgaard have put him over 1,000 for his career.
Carson Henningsgaard hits the 1,000 point mark.
Congratulations, Carson.
With his last basket. Inbounds pass will be chased down by Sam Preston. Long 3 from Henningsgaard! 1,003 points for Henningsgaard now, 59-50. Jonah Leitz with the basketball. Down the other way, ball goes out of bounds and back to Central Cass.
Number 32, Owen Squarey is back into the score. $59-50. 5 minutes to go. Hillsboro Central Valley took the lead at 45-43, breaking a 40-43 tie. 43-43 tie at the 2:47 mark of the third quarter. Central Cass has come close to taking leads on 2 or 3 occasions here in the fourth. But thanks to a couple threes and a couple 2-point baskets from Carson Henningsgaard, voids the shot clock buzzer. Rebound comes down to Sam Preston. A bucket here would be huge. 11's the biggest lead that the Burros have had. Right now they are at 9. I'll stop the clock with 4:27 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. And Henningsgaard will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline. Feeds it into Oscar Benson. Henningsgaard, corner 3 is up. A little too strong on that one. Tip back out to Henningsgaard. What a play by Sam Preston. And one! One free throw for Carson Hensgaard.
Central Cass will take a timeout as the Burros lead 62-50 off the last free throw there by Carson Henningsgaard.
I'm okay now. I think they have enough points. You know, if they hold it over now. Yeah. But just like that.
62-50, a 12-point lead for Hillsboro Central Valley. Henningsgaard at the 5:48 mark of the fourth quarter buries a bucket to put him over the 1,000-point mark. Yeah, that marked down in our scorebook. We'll crop out that highlight, put it on our Twitter and Facebook page so you can see exactly when it happened.
Only thing is now I have to do it all by myself.
At last check, Fargo North South and the Bismarck Blizzard were still tied at 2-2. That shot won't go. Landon Reed pulls down the defensive board. Henningsgaard with the basketball brings it over the timeline with 4:01 to go. Over to Landon Reed. Reed into the corner there for Preston. Back up top there to Heinitz. Heinitz back over to Preston for the long two. That won't go. His foot was on the line. Reed pulls down the offensive board. Reed has 4 offensive boards according to my numbers. Bounce pass to Henningsgaard. Up top now to Preston, back to Henningsgaard. Head fakes on the 3, drives into the lane, feeds Landon Reed, and it's an offensive foul on Carson Henningsgaard.
Carson Henningsgaard is second, team 6.
Owen Wari into the lineup here for Central Cass. He has the basketball right now. He feeds it into the far corner. Driving into the lane, that was Christian Leitz.
Both Kyle and Austin got
that basket puts Christian Leitz into the double-digit club with 11. He has a chance to make it 12 here on the free throw.
and then Landon.
And he does.
One free throw for Christian Leitz.
Henningsgaard high on the far side. Jonah Leitz picks up his first personal foul. Team foul number 7 on the Squirrels. Both teams have 7 fouls now, so both teams will have a 1-and-1 bonus for the remainder of the game with 2:52 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the free throw is up at the front of the rim, no good. Out of the hands of Sam Preston. Then a whistle will stop the clock with 2:50 to go. And that will be a foul on Hillsboro Central Valley, so that'll be 18 fouls now on the Burros.
42, Sam Preston is first, team 8.
Sam Preston picks up his third. Preston has 9 points. Going to the free throw line now, I believe that's Christian Leitz, and it is. Check that, it's Wes Cates at the free throw line, not Leitz. 62-54. Henningsgaard near side for Heinitz. Heinitz bounce pass up to Limke. Limke over to the far side to Landon Reed. Reed fakes the pass, drives into the mid post. They get it back out to Henningsgaard, who dribbles back up top. Runs into a double team, flips it over there to Heinitz. Heinitz back to Henningsgaard up top. Henningsgaard with the head and shoulder fake. Now the corner three is up, out of the hands of Limke. And Landon Reed will pull down the offensive board. That's 5 rebounds for Landon Reed on the offensive board and 5 on the defensive board for a total of 10 in the game, according to my numbers. 62-54. Henningsgaard with the basketball. And travel. That's only the 10th turnover of the game, unless I missed one. They had 7 of those 10 in the first half. So it's been a pretty clean game as far as turnovers are concerned here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Have Central cast down for 12. Kabervig bounce pass outside, and driving in was Wes Cates. Limke picks up his second. That's team foul number 9. That will send Wes Cates to the free throw line, where he's 1 for 2 on his last trip to the free throw line, and we'll see if he can go 2 for 2 this time. So far, so good. He's halfway there, 1 for 1. That pass is tipped away, out of bounds. They'll stay with the Burros. That shot won't go in. Out of the hands of Landon Reed, and we have a foul on Landon Reed, I believe. It's on the Burros. That's team foul number 10. That's double bonus now for the Squirrels, so every foul from here on out will be 2 shots for the Squirrels. Right now they trail by 6, 62-56. With 1:24 to go in the game, these free throws are crucial. Dixon missed it. Second free throw, got it.
1 free throw, John, 60. Timeout,
62-57. We'll take a timeout with them. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
.57, 1:17 to go. And a whistle will stop the clock with 1:14, as there was, I think I overheard him say something about the shot clock. Not not sure what that discussion was about, something about possession, and it looks like whatever the result of that conversation was, it's going to be Hillsboro Central Valley with the possession of the basketball. 62-57, a minute 9 and counting to go. Burrows have the ball. The next shot is big here. Central Cass needs to get a takeaway. They hand it off there to Heinitz. Heinitz back out for Preston. Preston to Heinitz, back to Henningsgaard. Henningsgaard will get fouled by West Cades. Team foul number 8 on the Squirrels, I do believe. West Cades gets his second. That puts Carson Henningsgaard at the free throw line, who has not missed since the very first free throw of the game.
Timeout, Burrows.
64-57 right now. Hillsboro Central Valley in a very good position here to come out and win this one, but Central Cass definitely has some shooters. Jonah Leeds, one of them who can hit the 3. Coppervic can hit the 3. Both Zach and West Cades can hit the 3. Christian Leeds can hit the 3. So their Squirrels are just, they're not out of this one yet. It's been all Carson Henningsgaard. He's the only player in the fourth quarter to score points here for Hillsboro Central Valley. Unless I missed something, but I don't think I did. All the, adding up the numbers, they all add up to the current score. So that would unofficially say that my numbers are official, I guess you could say. Inbounds pass comes to Coppervig. Coppervig. Jonah Leeds, long 3, blocked by Sam Preston. Ball will get tipped into the Squirrel bench, and it'll stay with Central Cass. .46 seconds to go. Leeds with the inbounds pass to Owen Warry, puts it up for 3, and it will not go in. Preston pulls down the rebound, he will get fouled. That'll stop the clock with 42.4 seconds to go. We'll march down to the other end. It's still a 1-and-1 as Central Cass has one more foul to give before the double bonus. West Cates picks up his 3rd personal. Preston 0 for 1 in the game from the free throw line. That one will rattle in. An 8-point advantage now, and Oscar Benson will come in, and that'll give Jacob Heinitz a breather on the bench. Preston's second free throw is missed. 65-57, 38 seconds to go. Long 3 is up. Long 3 is in and out. Limke will pull down what will be his 10th rebound officially, according to my numbers. 6 defensively and 4 on the offensive window. Owen Warry will foul out with 29.8 seconds to go. He will have 0 points for the night. That'll send Carson Henningsgaard, who is perfect since his only miss, which was the first free throw of the game back in the first quarter. He has been perfect since then. It's up, it's in. 4 for 4 in the quarter. 7 of 8 in the game. 66-57, and this one can make it a 10-point lead, and it does. Like I said, it's been all Henningsgaard here in the fourth quarter. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll come back with the conclusion in 30 seconds.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. 25 seconds to go. 10-point game, 67-57. Landon Reed just picked up his third personal. That's unofficially team foul 11. They stopped keeping track at 10. Both teams in the double bonus now for the remaining 25 seconds of this game. Christian Leitz at the free throw line, and he'll put that one in.
Think about all that into the score.
67-58.
Two free throws for Christian Leitz. Well, Corey got his third. Sergeant Henry got his shoot two.
Sam Preston has a free throw. He has one of the fourth quarter points. The rest of them comes from the guy at the free throw line right now, and he missed. He made 8 in a row. He missed his first one, made the next 8, and now he missed this one, and now he makes this one. 68-59, 20 seconds to go in the game. That one will not go, and a rebound there for Limke. Limke have him down for 11 rebounds now. This game was a coin flip through the first 3 quarters. And then Carson Henningsgaard made sure the coin landed on the CH side of that coin instead of the CC side of the coin. And it's been all Hillsboro Central Valley since then. I'm running out of room for points here for Carson Henningsgaard in the fourth quarter in my scorebook. Just made a manual adjustment there as the point was given to the wrong side. 70-59 is your official score. Cobbervig for 3, off the grazes the front of the net, and trying to save it out of bounds, but throws it into the squirrel net, or bench, excuse me, and Class B boys basketball score. Richland defeats Carrington by 10, 59-49. And the Class B girls score. Washburn defeats Hazen 39-30. And your final here, Hillsboro Central Valley 70 and Central Cass 59. We'll add up some numbers and come back with your post-game show right after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Once again, your final score, Hillsboro Central Valley Borough 70 and the Central Cass Girls 59. Back with your post-game show after this. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online.
The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com. The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student-athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com, as well as on our YouTube channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter, search at ND Scores, and get the same scores on your mobile device every night. In our first year on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you 282 games, and 247 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 247 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage had it not been for our sponsors supporting high school sports on the ND Sports Channel. If you are interested in joining our varsity sponsor team, please contact us by email or by phone. Our email is ndsportschannel@gmail.com, and our phone number is 404-9072. With your support, we can do even more high school sports in the future. Plus, you'll be putting your products and business in front of an average of 222 viewers and listeners per game. Let's team up. The ND Sports Channel is a proud supporter and broadcast partner with North Dakota Softball All-Stars. The games and skills competition for the third annual Shields ND Softball All-Stars Series are scheduled for June 3rd and 4th, 2019, and it'll all be live on the ND Sports Channel. Let's team up and help ND Softball All-Stars make the program the best it can be for the final high school softball game for the top seniors in the state of North Dakota. Send your donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109, or you can also donate on the ND Softball All-Stars Facebook page. For more information on ND Softball All-Stars, check out the website, ndsoftballallstars.com. Let's team up to support a great program for a great sport in the great state of North Dakota. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back here to the Hillsboro Event Center, Hillsboro, North Dakota, as the Burros improve now to 12-1 on the year, and the Squirrels fall to 6-6 with a 70-59 victory for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. Thanks so much for joining us here. Let's go over some of the final numbers, and we'll start with individual and team numbers, unofficial for the Central Cass Squirrels. Zach Cates finished with 2 points, Max Copperbig with 4, Devin Klingbeil with 9. Klingbeil was 2 of 3 from the free throw line in the game. Christian Leitz had 13. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Wes Cates had a total of 8. He was 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Jonah Leitz had a total of 9. He was a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Owen Wary had no points. He fouled out at the 29.8 second mark of the fourth quarter. Brady Robinson played but didn't have any points. Josh Dixon with 13, including 1, 2, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And that wraps up your individual scoring for the Central Cass Squirrels. Individual scoring for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros unofficially. Jacob Heinert, 6 points, including 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Patrick Lemke with 7 points, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Carson Henningsgaard with 30. He had 19 of those 30 in the fourth quarter. He scored 19 of the team's 20 points. Or check that. Let's see here. 21. Let me see here. There's 1 there. Let me re-add his numbers. It might be 20 of 30. Let me re-add it here. 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, he did have 19.
Oh, I see. I can't read my own writing there. There was a free throw with another teammate there. So, okay. So, Henningsgaard with 19 of the team's 21 in the fourth quarter to end the night with 30. And he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Let's see here. Oscar Benson would get 4 points in the third quarter. That would be all for him. Colton Anderson would get a bucket back in the first quarter. That would be all for him. Landon Reed ended the night with 10 points. Had him down for 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Sam Preston with 10 points as well, and he went 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And that would be it for your individual scoring. Fouls. Had an unofficial number here. Jacob Heinitz with 1, Patrick Lemke with 2, Carson Henningsgaard with 2, Oscar Benson with 1, Travis Doden with 1, Colton Anderson with 4, Landon Reed with 3, Sam Preston with 3. For the Central Cass Squirrels, Zach Cates with 1, Max Kyrovig with 3, Devin Klingbeil with 1, Wes Cates with 3, Jonah Leitz with 1, Owen Worry with 5, Brady Robinson with 1, Josh Dixon with 2. In the first half, we had 8 ties and 10 lead changes. 6 of those 10 for Central Cass, the other 4 by Hillsboro Central Valley. Hillsboro Central Valley would take the lead at the 3:27 mark of the second quarter. At that point, it was 22-20. They would at one point build an 11-point lead in that second quarter, but Central Cass would come back and sneak within 2 at the halftime mark. At the end of the game, we had a total of 9 ties and 15 lead changes, so 1 additional tie in the second half and 5 additional lead changes in the second half. 2 of those lead changes went to Central Cass. The other the other 3 went to Hillsboro Central Valley. Hillsboro Central Valley took the lead at, it was tied 43-43, and the Burros would hit a shot at the 2:47 mark of the third quarter to take a 45-43 lead, and they would not give up the lead since then. That was the final lead change of the game, as the Burros would cruise on to this 70-59 victory. It was 14-13 in favor of the Burros at the end of the first quarter. Both teams would score 17 in the second quarter, take a 31-30 lead in favor of the Burros at the halftime mark. Both teams would score 18 in the third quarter, and the Burros would lead 49-48 at the end of 3. Then Carson Henningsgaard would put fuel in the tank, and he would come out making pretty much every shot he took, almost. The Burros would score 21, and the Central Cass Squirrels would only score 11 in that fourth quarter, and that would be the difference in the game, as the Burros would take the 70-59 lead. Had Burros down for 13 turnovers, 7 of those 13 in the first half, once again unofficial numbers, and 17 turnovers for the Squirrels, 5 of those 17 in this first half, giving them 12 turnovers total in the second half of play. Free throws for the Burros in the first quarter, 5 of 6, 83%. In the second quarter, 44 of 6 for 67%. That made them 75% at halftime, going 9 of 12 in the first half from the free throw line. They would have no attempts in the third quarter, making them 75%, 9 of 12 through 3 quarters of play. They would hit 8 of 11 in the fourth quarter, and that'd be a good for 73%, making them 17 of 23 in the game, or 74% from the free throw line in the game. For the Central Cass Squirrels, 2 of 3 in the first quarter for 66%. 2 of 4 in the second quarter for 50%, making them 4 of 7 or 57% in the first half of play. In the third quarter, they would go 3 of 3 for 100%, making them 7 of 10 through 3 quarters of play, or 70% from the line through 3 quarters of play. They would move on into the fourth, hit 6 of 8 for 75%, making them 13 of 18 or 72% overall in the game from the free throw line. That wraps up your individual and team numbers. We'll take one more timeout. When we come back, we'll select the player of the game and take a look at what these two teams have coming up next, and we'll wrap it up here from the Hillsboro Event Center in Hillsboro after this timeout here on the ND Sports Channel.
The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com. for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com as well as on our YouTube channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back to the final segment of our post-game show here. Once again, your final score, Hillsboro Central Valley 70, Central Cass 59. That was a great game. Hillsboro Central Valley crept away with it there in the fourth quarter off 19 points by Carson Henningsgaard, who scored 19 of the team's 21 in that fourth quarter for the Burros. Let's see here. Let's take a look at how these teams stack up now, including the results from this game here. As the Squirrels fall to 6-6 and 2-3 on the road. They've now lost 2 in a row. They've scored 699. They've allowed 685. That actually ups their average in both categories, from 57 to 58 and from 56 to 57 on the points scored and points allowed average. For Hillsboro Central Valley, they improved to 12-1, 6-1 at home now. They have now won 6 in a row. They've scored 839. They've allowed 616. That brings them to an average of 69 points per game on offense and 51 points per game for the opposing offense, for the opposing opponent's offense. That's probably the best way to say it there. Let's see here. Coming up next for the Squirrels, after tonight's loss, or today's loss, however you want to look at it, they'll have the Hankinson Pirates in Hankinson. Then they'll come home to take on the Enderlin Eagles to wrap up the month of January and kick off the month of February in the Palace on the Prairie against the Northern Cass Jaguars. Then home games against Maple Valley and Ellendale. And then they'll head down south to Sargent Central to take on the Cadets. And then a home game against Milner North Sargent. Not sure the time of that game. Wasn't able to locate it on my usual sources.
And then they'll wrap up the regular season with a 7:30 tip-off against the Lisbon Broncos. For the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, coming off tonight's win, they'll have the Ada Borup Cougars on the 31st, and we'll be back here for that game. Well, both JV and varsity. I'm not sure if Ada Borup has a C team. If they do, we'll have that game as well. But we'll have at least JV and varsity for you. So circulate calendars on that one. That should be an outstanding matchup here. That game could go either way, believe it or not. So tune in to find out the outcome of that one on the 31st of January. That'll wrap up January for the Burros. They'll kick off February on the road against the Aggies, Park River, Fordville, Lincoln. Then they'll have the Spoilers on the 7th. Come back home, Drayton Valley, Edinburgh, and Mayport on the 9th and 11th of February. Then they'll be up in Thompson taking on the Tommies, and we'll have that. It doesn't say that on the screen there, but we will have that game for you here on the ND Sports Channel. And then they'll, about 6 days after that game, they'll have another game up right back here at Hillsboro. At least I think it is. Maybe it's in Buxton. I'll have to double check that one. But they'll play the North Border Eagles, and that'll be a set for a 7:30 p.m. tip-off on Valentine's Day. And then Findlay Sharon Hope Page at home on the 22nd. That'll wrap up the regular season for the Burros as they look to advance into the Region 2 tournament. That Region 2 tournament should be a fun one. Of the 8 regions in the state right now, I think Region 2 is probably the most stacked. Usually when you talk to people, they say that Region 1 is the most exciting one, but I'd have to say that Region 2 has the cake this year as far as what could turn out to be one of the most exciting regional tournaments on the horizon here. So we'll see how that all shakes out over the next month or so. Coming up, time now to select a player of the game. And, well, if you haven't guessed who it is, then we'll go ahead and reveal that to you right now. We're going to go with the junior Carson Henningsgaard. He would end the night unofficially with 30 points. He had 2 3-pointers, 6 assists, 3 steals, 10 rebounds, 4 on the offensive glass, 6 on the defensive glass. He was 10 of 12 from the free throw line for 83.3%. Had him down for 1 block, 2 fouls. And at the 5:48 mark of the 4th quarter, he scored his 1,000th career point. Congratulations to Carson Henningsgaard on that milestone, as well as being today's player of the game for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros as they pick up the win over the Central Cass Squirrels 70-59. Coming up here on the ND Sports Channel, we have girls hockey for you next on Tuesday the 29th. Fargo Davies Eagles to take on West Fargo United. That should be a good one. 2 of the top 4 teams in the state. Matter of fact, Fargo North-South and Bismarck are the other top 2 of those top 4 in the state. And Fargo North-South, I reported earlier that it was 2-2. I misread that tweet. It was actually 2-0 after 2. So I read after 2, and I read Fargo North-South as 2, and I mentally put that in as a 2-2 tie. But Fargo North-South finally knocks off the Bismarck Blizzard after about 6 attempts, and they will get a 2-0 win on the road at the Schaumburg Ice Arena in Bismarck as they knock off the Blizzard 2-0. And the only goal scorer was I forget now. I want to say Hannah Dorsey. Yep, Hannah Dorsey scored both goals for Fargo North-South. And getting the assist on those goals. I have that here, if I can pull it up really quick. Hit refresh. There it is. Mackenzie Hansen. So Hannah Dorsey, one of her goals was unassisted, and the other goal was assisted by Mackenzie Hansen. So, hey, not a lot happening in that game, but a win is a win. And Lauren Haar with 33 saves in that game, and Bismarck's Laura Watkins with a total of 12 shots faced, and she would save 10 of those 12. So congratulations to Fargo North-South on picking up a crucial road win, and that win will officially separate Fargo North-South from Bismarck, and Fargo North-South will go into the state tournament as the #1 seed unless Fargo North-South loses any of their upcoming games and Bismarck wins out, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think if both teams win out, which I think would happen, Fargo North-South will be the 1 seed and Bismarck will be the 2 seed heading into that state tournament, which is how it's been for the last few years now. One of those teams has been #1 or #2, so we'll keep you up to date on that. And then we'll be back, as I mentioned a moment ago, on the 31st here at Hillsboro. For Ada Borup and the Burros, boys varsity basketball, JV as well, and then back to hockey on February 1st. Fargo North-South and the Fargo North Spartans, girls and boys. Girls first, boys second. That's a doubleheader against the Devils Lake Firebirds. And then a long day next Saturday, 1 week from today. We'll kick it off with a women's college basketball game between the Wildcats of NDSCS and Iowa Western Community College. And then 5 girls high school basketball games immediately after that college game. Starting off with Northern Cass, Sargent Central at 2, Central Cass and Milner North Sargent at 3:30, Hinkson Pirates and the Kindred Vikings at 5, Tri-State versus the Wapton Huskies junior varsity team at 6:30, so that's Tri-State varsity versus Wapton junior varsity. And then the nightcap will be the Wyoming Ridgewood Warbirds and the Maple Valley Raiders at 8 p.m. And all those games will be back-to-back with about 15 minutes between games. They don't waste time down there. They get, as soon as the buzzer sounds, they put 15 minutes on the clock and hit start. And you don't have a lot of time to rest between games there. So that should be a fun one. We'll try and rest up the voice here over the next week. And then we'll go back to hockey on February 5th. February 5th. Fargo Davies and Fargo North South at the Farmers Union Rink at Shields Arena in Fargo at 5:15. Then that's the first game of a doubleheader. Is Fargo South Shanley. It'll be the first time we see their boys hockey team take on the Fargo North Spartans at 7:30 on the same rink at the Shields Arena. And then we'll be back in Hillsboro for the girls trio of games on Friday the 8th. The Burros will take on the Squirrels once again. This time girls CJV and varsity at 4:45, 6, and 7:30 approximately on February 8th. Check our schedule. Click on game schedule at ndsportschannel.com to get a complete, full upcoming list of games. Those are just a preview of what's coming up based upon what we could fit on our screen. But we also have one matchup I want to give you a heads up on February 15th. Fargo Davies Eagles and the Bismarck Blizzard. You'll want to circle that one. That's a girls hockey game that you won't want to miss. I did say girls hockey, but trust me, you're not going to want to miss that one. So that will be a good one, and that could determine some seedings as well. Because Fargo Davies certainly has the talent to knock off Bismarck, but they're going to have to prove it on the ice. And the good thing for Fargo Davies is that they will have a home ice advantage on that game. So circle that game February 5th. Even if you're not a fan or don't have any kids in one of those two schools, actually one of those 3 schools, as Bismarck is a co-op of Bismarck High and Bismarck Century and Bismarck Legacy, so one of 4 schools actually. And circle that one for February 15th. Thanks so much for joining us once again. Carson Henningsgaard, our player of the game. Congrats on getting your 1,000th point at the midway point of the 4th quarter there, and that'll wrap things up here from Hillsboro. Once again, your final score: Hillsboro Central Valley Burros in the C game would win it 61-45. In the junior varsity game, they would win it 57-52, and in the varsity game, your final score 70-59. C and JV game are already up on our website for 24/7 replay. The varsity game will be up on our website probably within 30 minutes with the rate that the other 2 games have gone. And so if you missed the game or somebody couldn't watch it live, don't tell them the score. Send them to our website, have them watch the game, and find out how it unraveled on their own. All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night. Once again, your final score 70-59 in the varsity game. Hillsboro Central Valley completes the sweep on our Saturday triple header here from the Hillsboro Event Center in Hillsboro. Have a great evening.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.